Welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to do a couple of videos. I'm going to show you how I do my eyeliner. I'm going to show you how I do my foundation. And I'm going to show you how I do my eyebrows. Okay? I'm going to break this down into 3 videos. I want to thank you so much for your support, for watching my videos, for subscribing, for liking them, for sharing them. Love it. And yeah, other than that, if you want to see how I do my eyeliner, my eyebrows, and my foundation, just keep watching. Now it's time for foundation. Hey y'all. Alright, so we're going to start with primer. The primer that I'm using is this new primer that I picked up. It's by e.l.f. It's Mineral Face Primer. I really like this because it has kind of a shimmer. So you don't want to apply too much, just like a pea size, and then just spread it all over. And I don't know if you can tell, but it kind of leaves you with this shimmer that I really like. It just adds like a nice oomph to your skin. Alright, so for foundation, what I use, if you've seen, I think it was my first video, then I think you've seen that I used to use a stippling brush. Turned out I was allergic to something in the hair, I think because it was like real hair. And I'm like deadly allergic to dogs and cats and things like that. So now I just use my fingers. I tried to use a beauty blender. I still haven't got the hang of it, so it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't come out as smooth as it does when I just use my fingers, okay? So for foundation, I use Maybeline FITme in the color 220. It's a little bit darker than my face, but it matches my neck. You know, the struggle. Yeah, so here we go. What I do is, I just put a little bit on the palm of my hand. Like that. So it's not even that much. Then I tap it, and then I go in. So I like using my fingers because I can really spread it out well to where I don't have to use that much. When I was using a brush, maybe it was the brush that I was using, but it really wasn't moving the foundation on my face. And I had to use a lot more. As you know, you gotta bring it down to your neck and blend because we don't like those harsh foundation lines. Where it seems like we're wearing a mask. You don't want that. Okay. Whatever's left, I just slowly put it back as best as I can. And then whatever's left on my finger, I just cover, make sure I have everything covered. And as you can tell, I really only use my middle finger to push all of that around. Voila! And so that is foundation. Okay, so for concealer, I use the concealer that, it's kind of the pair with the FITme. Ew, that looks really ugly. I hate when it shows this part, but okay. So it's the FITme concealer, and I use it in 20. So this one is 220, and then my concealer is the shade 20. It pairs, I mean, it's self-explanatory because they're supposed to come together, so it matches pretty well. Okay, so here we go. I don't really have that many breakouts anymore, but I do use it to prime my eyes. So what I do is just apply it to my under eyes and make like a super scarecrow face. To my lids and then to the side of my nose. That's where I get redness the most, I would say. I don't really have blemishes, but the sides of my nose get so red, especially now in the winter that is just cold as hell and I can't contain my sneezing. I don't know if I've said this before, but I have like crazy allergies and crazy sneezing habits. I don't know. And then again, with my handy dandy finger, I've cleaned it, I've wiped it off. I'm just gonna blend that in. To prevent creasing, you gotta make sure that you go both ways, so back and forth, and then blend it in really well. This is where a beauty blender would come in handy, because with the pointy part, it can really get in the inner corner of your eye. Like I said, for some reason, I just have not got the hang of it yet of how to use the blender, so I just use my finger, you know? It's like the beauty blender from God. Okay, make sure you go back and forth. It really gets in there. Boom. Okay, so to set my concealer, which is like super important because it will help you from creasing, I use a translucent powder. This one's by e.l.f. You can use whatever one you want. I use this one. It broke, okay? Don't make fun of me, I dropped it. It happens. So what I do is just tap in a brush and just go in and set it. This will help it last longer and prevent it from creasing. You can use a setting powder. A lot of people like banana powder from Anastasia or from Ben Nye. I haven't tried them yet, so I just use a regular translucent powder. And then, since I'm not the dewy type, I go ahead and set my foundation with it too. And blend the neck. You can never blend too much. As you can see, I'm not just like brushing it on, I'm patting it on because I don't want anything to, any of the liquid to, I don't know, I just don't want it to mush around. So the safest way to prevent that is just by patting it. Okay, and kaboom, there we have foundation, concealer, and everything's set. So next up, you want to give your face some life, and the way that you do that is with some bronzer. Us Latin women tend to be naturally tan, but then when the winter comes around, for some reason, it just goes. We're still tanner than the average person, but it's just not enough for us. If you're Latina, you can relate. It's just like hell. You just feel white as hell. So bronzer is your best friend. I use this golden bronzer palette from e.l.f. And as you can see, it's just like really pretty golden tones. You have a dark one, you have a pinkish peach one, a golden one, and then just, I wouldn't say beige. It's still gold, but it's just lighter. Okay. So what I do is grab a fluffy brush. And I don't pick a particular color, I just go in it. This isn't for contour, this is for just to like give the face life. Alright. So I add it where the sun would normally hit my face. And kind of where you would put your contour. I like to contour my face just because I think it looks cute. But I like to do it more at night than during the day because at night is when you can really tell like where your cheekbones are and all of that. Yeah, so it's just like a light bronze. And then I'll go in with a skinnier brush. Let's go with this. Oh, JoJo, dropping the F-bombs. Okay, so I would say something like this. And I'll go into this color. Oh, this one. And kind of contour, but warm up my face a little bit, my nose. It'll give me like a little bit of definition, but not crazy, you know? Okay, and then for blush, y'all know my tried and true NARS Madly. This is like the blush from heaven. I don't know, I'm just obsessed with it. I've been obsessed with it for like a year, 2 years, but whatever. So with a blush brush, I go in it lightly because it's super pigmented. So you don't want to go in with a heavy hand because then it's gonna just look crazy, okay? So smile pretty and just put it on your balls of your cheeks. Kind of blend it into that golden bronze that you put in. Oh yeah. Isn't it just like the best blush ever? Ooh, itchy. Okay. I like that one because it's there's a little bit of golden in it, a little bit of peachy. It's not too pink. I just freaking love it. It's like another tan. You can never be too tan, right? Okay. So for highlight, what I do is I will go in to the kind of highlight color from the bronzer palette that I used. And with my handy dandy finger, I will go in it like so. And just put it where the light hits. So right above my cheekbones. Or right on my cheekbones. See how pretty that looks? It's just like a soft highlight shimmer. I usually use cream highlight, but I'm really feeling this one. Going with this tan thing. Then right on my nose, the bridge of my nose, just to add some highlight to that. On my forehead. Your Cupid's bow. And on my chin. Ooh. Okay. And there we have it. So that is my foundation routine. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you learned something. And I hope that you look very tan this winter. Alright, thank you for watching and see you next time.